Okay, so, any of you who watch my streams know that I do not partake in any sort of speculation on the new chapters, killers, maps, survivors, anything. And my reasoning for this is that we are very frequently wrong with our guesses, even if we're told that there's evidence that supports those guesses. Anyways, on top of that, I am just generally a huge skeptic that doesn't trust any kind of rumor unless the devs confirm it themselves. And I think that is the best way to be to stop yourself from getting your hopes up and inevitably having them let down. That being said, the Dead by Daylight team have just announced their 4-year anniversary celebration, which will be coming to us on May the 26th. In the post they announced a panel, and confirmed that at the end they'll be doing a full reveal of Chapter 16. In their own words, this new chapter will feature a classic license, one that has marked the world of horror since its inception. As with every new chapter, it will feature a new map, a terrifying new killer, and a mysterious survivor. Along with the post announcing this panel, they attached this image. So it may not look like anything too out of the ordinary at first, but well-seasoned horror lovers will probably find this shape quite familiar. Many who've seen this image have drawn quite a few comparisons between the shaping of the number 4, used to signify the 4th year anniversary, to that of the one and only Pyramid Head. Now, I will admit, I was one of the first people to completely dismiss this. It didn't seem like a reasonable suggestion to me, as people have been asking for Pyramid Head for such a long time. But then I remembered, and here's where we go on a little tangent. There's been intense speculation over the past couple of months as to what will come of the Silent Hill franchise, more so than usual. Back in 2014, game developer Konami released PT, a game available for free for a limited time only on the PlayStation Store. Once the player reached the end of the game, they had it revealed to them that PT was actually just a playable teaser, and in the end they revealed that PT was a front for their real upcoming project, Silent Hills. Not long after the teaser was released, the series creator Hideo Kojima and Konami very publicly parted ways, which led to the cancellation of the Silent Hills project. However, the praise and hype that PT got from the community and the utter backlash that Konami faced after confirming that Silent Hills had been cancelled showed that there is still a huge demand for more from this franchise. Around March this year, seemingly out of nowhere, the rumor mill got churning again, and many industry insiders have claimed that Konami has licensed the franchise out to Sony to not only reboot the series, but also remake the games. So right now you might be asking, how is all of this relevant to Dead by Daylight? Well, there is said to be an announcement regarding Silent Hills this month, with the game set to release on the PlayStation 5. The only problem with that is, we don't even have a release date for the PlayStation 5. How could we be confirming games for it already? But if we're assuming the fact that there is a big announcement regarding Silent Hill coming towards the end of the month, could this be related to the new Dead by Daylight chapter? If a reboot of the Silent Hills franchise could be coming over the next few years, and is already being leased to another company, is it not possible that the characters could also be leased to Behavior in the less distant future? If we go back to the post made by the Dead by Daylight team, we can gather that this DLC is going to be huge and will feature a real pioneer of the horror genre. Many people have already speculated over some huge names in horror movies, everyone from Jason to Chucky. But what it is important to note is that nowhere in this post from the developers does it state which media this character is from, meaning this character may not have paved their way strictly in movies, which means it's entirely possible that we could see another licensed DLC that made their mark in video games. When looking at it from this point of view, we have a plethora of horror icons that could be introduced to the game. At the time that Silent Hill was released, it was deemed by the industry as unlike anything of its kind, spawning several sequels and even 2 movies. One of, if not the most notable character of the series, is Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2 and the movie sequel Silent Hill Revelation. He's known as a creature, but his body is that of what looks to be a human with, you guessed it, a giant metal pyramid covering his head. In both the games and the movies, his sudden appearance is often marked by the sounds of scraping metal, meant to mimic that of his weapons scraping the floor, as well as haunting music. The music you're about to hear is Pyramid Head's main theme, taken directly from the Silent Hill soundtrack. With this in mind, I'd like to draw your attention to a video made by King earlier this month. In this video, he details some newly leaked sounds that have never before been seen in the game files. The first sound is described as a new status effect, currently named Bounce. Let's listen. And the next sound is yet to be identified, and is labelled for now only as Charge. Let's take a listen. 。 Now let's listen to Pyramid Head's theme again. When played side by side, it doesn't seem unrealistic that these leaked sounds could be based off or for a Silent Hill character. There's also been a number of reports and interviews over the past few years with the original Silent Hill team, many of whom have suggested that they are keen to continue expanding on the franchise. One of these team members is the musical composer and producer behind the Silent Hill games, movie and movie sequel. He expressed that he wanted to return to work on the Silent Hills project before this was cancelled. The name of this producer is Akira Yamaoka. And what other famous Yamaokas do we know? Therefore, new chapter is the Silent Hill DLC, killer is Pyramid Head, I am accepting no other stories on this topic, that is all. Okay, I'm probably going to have to clarify that that last part was a joke. Obviously, I don't know for certain. I would love to believe that all of this is true, and that we really will see a Silent Hill chapter, but take this with a grain of salt. Do you think this is likely to be the next DLC? Remember to leave a comment letting me know your thoughts, and to hear more of this kind of content, do be sure to subscribe. I've got some really exciting videos lined up, which I'll be announcing on Twitter and in my Discord server. If you'd like to follow any of my social medias, they're all in the description below, and until next time, see you later.